Hi everybody, it's Tatiana. I'm sorry that it's a little different with the lighting today. It is presently storming outside, so I can't open my window to get some natural light in because there's no natural light to be given. So today I have another book haul, and what I am going to do is I recorded a book haul in June and did not upload it, so I'm going to put the two together, and it's going to be two book hauls in one. So first, the book haul from June. Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I have another book haul. Kind of went a little overboard. So what I have is a combination of Barnes & Noble, Ollie's, and my trip to the comic book store. The first book I got, and I got this from Barnes & Noble, is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Everybody's been talking about this book, so I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get it so I can see if the hype is worth what everybody's been saying. So yeah, I have no idea what this is about. The next book I purchased is Neferata by Josh Reynolds. I'll just read the back of it really quick. The great necromancer Nagash is dead, but his legacy lives on. Neferata, the first vampire, is a queen without a kingdom. Lamia has fallen, her undead children have scattered, and she is reduced to draining blood from the beasts of the mountains. After a chance encounter with a party of dwarfs, she sets her sights on a capital for her new empire, the stronghold of the Silver Pinnacle. Neferata calls her allies to battle, but can she truly trust Eucharon, Lord of Mask and master of the city of Morcaine, and his bestial Strigoi vampires? A brand new time of legend, Saga begins with the tale of treachery, ambition, and bloodshed. Now for the books I got from Ollie's. I picked up The Overton Window and The Eye of Moloch by Glenn Beck. And I don't know anything about this series. I picked up this book first and put it back because I found that it was the second book in the series, but then as I went further down the aisle, I saw they had the paperback of the first book in the series, so I picked it up. I will read the back of the first book, and before I do that, this is why I like shopping. I like going to Ollie's, and I only go when I go out of town because the Ollie's in the town where my grandparents live is like right near the hotel. It's less than a mile from the hotel, and the closest Ollie's to me in my hometown is about 19 miles away. It's really not worth all of that, so I just go and check it out when we go visit. There's a powerful technique called the Overton Window that can shape our lives, our laws, and our future. It manipulates public perception so that ideas once seen as radical become acceptable over time. Move the window and you change the debate. Change the debate and you change the country. Now, in the face of a catastrophic terrorist attack, an apathetic young man is plunged into the maelstrom of political discourse and basic survival as he races to uncover the conspirators behind the destruction and to save both the woman he loves and the individual freedoms he once took for granted. And this is a thriller, and so I really look forward to reading this because it kind of sounded like The Adjustment Bureau. A little bit. Both of these books originally priced, the first book was $10. I got it for $1.99. And the hardback was $26, and I got it for $3.99. So that is why I love Ollie's. I also got Fire by Kristen Cashore. And don't know anything about it. It just sounded interesting. This was $1.99. I can take a chance for $1.99, and it's something that has to do with war between the North and South, and a girl who is able to control the minds of the people in the town that's being affected by the war. So I said, what the hey? It's $1.99. I believe it's YA, but whatever. It's $1.99. Then I picked up the book from Ollie's that I am probably the most excited to have gotten. And it was like the last book that they had at the time. I'm sure they'll restock, but that is 77 Shadow Street. And this was a whopping $3.99, and I have been wanting to read this, so I was really excited when I saw this. Then I purchased The Skin Map by Stephen Lawhead. There is actually another series by this author that I wanted to read that is a retelling of Robin Hood, and it's The first book is Hood and the second book is Scarlet. I cannot find Hood in print. It's available on Amazon, but it's $14 on Amazon, and Scarlet and Ollie's is like $2.99, and I was like, that's not happening. But they had the skin map, which I think is a standalone, and it just sounded very interesting. I'm gonna fly through this description as well. Fancy this. You're rushing through the London rain, late to your appointment, getting soaked and cursing your luck. Then suddenly you find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar place chatting with a crazy old man by the name of Cosimo. He not only knows everything about you, but claims to be your great-grandfather. And then, before you know it, you are hurled into the midst of an unlikely adventure involving the hidden dimensions of the universe. That's precisely the situation Kit Livingstone finds himself in. He doesn't understand it, but it involves alternate realities and is somehow related to ley lines or force fields of telluric energy and the groundbreaking experiments of the bizarrely tattooed traveler Arthur Flinders Petrie, aka the man who is the map. While Arthur Flinders Petrie is long gone from this plane of existence, he left a part of himself behind, a skin map. It has since been separated into 5 pieces, but as the old man Cosimo explains to Kit, the reassembled map might just lead them to the secret of the universe or something even more significant and momentous. Problem is, there are numerous unsavory forces on the same quest, willing to do whatever it takes to bend time their way and eliminate anyone standing between them and the map pieces leading to the universe's ultimate prize. So this sounded really, really interesting. Since I couldn't find Hood, I said I will give this a go, and then hopefully somewhere in my travels, Hood will show up. Then I picked up Origin by Jessica Cowrie. It's about a chick who's put in a desert and supposed to start a new race, and scientists are now messing with her, and she's trying to figure out who she is and comes across some discoveries of her own that makes her question her existence. So I said, okay, I will give this a try. It kind of reminded me in the synopsis of Dawn by Octavia Butler, so we will see how close that rings true as I read it. Then I got this whopper, which is the bind-up of the complete Under the Dome series by Stephen King. And the only reason why I picked this up, I have a book by Stephen King, only one book by Stephen King that I have yet to read, and that is Rose Matter. But I could not let this go, and I'm glad that I got it when I did, because when I went back the following week, this was gone. So I went ahead and picked this up. This whopping bind up was $4, and it is 1,074 pages. Then I went to the comic book store, and from the comic book store I picked up volumes 2 and 3 of Saga, which will probably be read before this video is ever uploaded. Then I picked this up. This was a series that I really hadn't heard anything about, but it seems to be about a bitch who kicks ass. It's called Lazarus 1. And this is what the back said. The world now lies divided, not amongst political or geographic boundaries, but amongst financial ones. Wealth is power, and that power rests now with only a handful of families. The few who provide a service for their ruling family are cared for. All others are waste. In each family, there is one person given the best they can offer, training and technology and assets, every scientific advantage. This person is named their family's sword and shield, their protector, their Lazarus. In the family Carlisle, the Lazarus is called Forever. This is the beginning of her story. So I said, okay, this sounds very interesting, and I loved the cover of the book. I don't know if that's a bullet hole or a hit and she got kicked in the dome or what, but it sounded very interesting, and I didn't want to be disrespectful and start reading it in the comic book store. So yeah, I picked it up, and that is the end of my book haul. I will probably not be having a book haul for a while. And now today's book haul, and it is another haul from Book Outlet. And seriously, I need to start deleting emails and just ignoring the sales, because my TBR bookcase, like there are 2 rows on almost all 3 shelves. That's ridiculous. I need to get it under control. Unboxing number 2. Where Evil Sleeps by Valerie Wilson Wesley. I read Playing My Mother's Blues by her during the Booktubeathon and was enjoying it so much. When I saw they had a book of hers and they said it was only one book in stock, I could not let it pass me by. And I really have no idea what it's about. Let's see. Death Doesn't Take a Holiday, even when Tamara does. Off to sunny Kingston, Jamaica for some much-needed relaxation. Former Newark cop and hardworking PI Tamara Hale is pleased at first to join fellow Jersey homegirl Lila Love for a night on the town. But with Lila's abusive husband and his friend Delaware Brown along, the evening starts out bad and gets much worse. Especially when, after a blackout, the lights come abruptly up on a fresh corpse, a murder weapon with Tamara's fingerprints all over it, and two missing companions who have vanished with her money and identification. Now Tamara's at risk in a strange place far from home. She's already lost paradise, and with death heading her way again, she's about to lose a lot more unless she can stop a killer before the killer stops her. Then I got The Deal, The Dance, and the Devil by Victoria Christopher Murray. The Map of the Sky by Felix J. Palmer. This is really bad because I bought The Map of Time months ago and I haven't even read that yet, but I bought his second book. I don't even know if I like the first book yet. That was really bad, but it was on sale and it's in hardback. Then I got Vengeance Born, Allegiance Forged, and Allegiance Sworn, all three by Kylie Griffin. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I don't even know if this is a trilogy or a series, but all three were on sale, and I said, how often do I come across a first book that sounds interesting where two or three following that are readily accessible for the same sale price. So I picked up all three. Then I purchased A Mistress Makes Three by Frances Ray. I'm not even reading the back of this, like I didn't read the back of the book by Victoria Christopher Murray, because I've already stated that these two authors are two of my most favorite African American authors, so I bought it. And the last book in the haul is Daughters of the Stone by Dalma Llanos Figueroa. I don't know if I said that right, but seriously, I have done that about 15 times and I've said it a different way wrong every time. So we're gonna roll with that. In the mid-1800s, Fela, taken from Africa, is working at her second sugar plantation in colonial Puerto Rico, where her mistress is only too happy to benefit from her impressive embroidery skills. But Fela has a secret. Before she and her husband were separated and sold into slavery, they performed a tribal ceremony in which they poured the essence of their unborn child into a special stone. Fela keeps the stone with her, waiting for the chance to finish what she started. When the plantation owner approaches her, Fela sees a better opportunity for her child and allows the man to act out his desire. Such is the beginning of a line of daughters connected by their intense love for one another and the stories of a lost land. Mati, a powerful healer and noted craftswoman, is grounded in a life that is disappearing in a quickly changing world. Concha, unsure of her place, doesn't realize the price she will pay for rejecting her past. Elena, modern and educated, tries to navigate between two cultures, moving to the United States where she struggles to keep her family together. Carissa turns to the past for wisdom and strength when her life in New York falls apart. The stone becomes meaningful to each of the women, pulling them through times of crisis. Dalma Llanos Figueroa shows great skill and warmth in telling this heartbreaking inspirational story about mothers and daughters and the ways in which they hurt and save one another. So this sounded really interesting to me, and we'll see how it goes when I read it. And that is the end of two ridiculous hauls. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in this haul. It's out of control. So yeah, hope you all have a good weekend whenever you see this video. Peace out.